Is that good? Yes. All right. Hello. How are you? We're a couple of weeks into 2021 and I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. We're still locked down. We still can't go anywhere, do anything, see anyone. It can all feel very frustrating. But today, I wanted to remind you that no matter how confusing or sad things may feel, whether it's now or at any point in your life, I wanted to remind you that it's okay. Because God has a plan. God is in control of it all. See, when we talk about plans, you might be more used to making plans for what you're going to do this afternoon, or maybe at a pinch next weekend. You don't really deal in long-term plans. Your parents do a bit better. They might have a plan for where you're going to go on holiday next year, or where you might live in a couple of years, or things like that. But even their long-term plans, they're not really long-term in the grand scheme of things. See, God's plan, that really is long-term. Because God made this plan way back before the world began. And this plan was so special because, well, He planned for everything. As we sit here in 2021, this plan that God had back then, it covers everything that has ever happened. But you know, it still covers everything that is going to happen as well. But most importantly for us, is it covers everything that is happening right now. God still cares about everything that happens to us when it happens to us. It's written in the Bible, in the book of Jeremiah. In chapter 29 and verse 11 it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." So what that verse is saying is that everything that does happen to us, it's part of God's plan. It's building towards our future. Now, what can be really confusing is that at times we can get things that happen to us that don't maybe make sense at the time they're happening. Think of your life as like this jigsaw. The problem I've got with this jigsaw is I've lost the box lid. I've only got the bottom. So I haven't got the picture that shows me where all the bits go. If I get a bit, I can't look at it and go, oh, that looks like it's there, so I'll put it there. I haven't got that. All I can do is take one bit at a time and look at it and see if I can work it out. And sometimes those bits, they look a bit confusing. So take this bit. It's got sort of gold and black lines and brown and, yeah. On its own, it just looks a bit weird. But if I had pieces it fit together with, like, say, here. Ah, look. It makes more sense now. It's part of a clock. So what I'm trying to say is our life, it's a bit like this jigsaw puzzle. We don't have the picture. God does. God knows where all these pieces go. And what He does is He gives us a piece at a time. The piece at the time is what's happening to us, and on their own they can be confusing. But over time, as we get more pieces of the picture, we can start to fit them together, and they start to make more sense. So right now, things are confusing. Things are boring, maybe. You can't go anywhere, do anything, see anyone. But it will all go away in time. Things will come back. We'll be back in church. You'll go back to school. You'll see your friends. You'll have birthday parties, Christmas gatherings. It will all come back. And all of this will just be a memory. But when you look back, you might be able to see that actually, yeah, during that time, I got to spend loads of time with my mum and dad that I wouldn't have otherwise had. Or maybe I learned all about something that I really love now and I wouldn't have had the chance to do that. Or maybe I spent more time reading my Bible and I got closer to God. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I'd been out doing everything as normal. What I'm saying is, what's happening right now, it's just one piece of the puzzle. There's lots more pieces to come. And the more pieces to come, that will help to make sense of what happens now. All we have to do is just be patient and trust that even though we don't have the bigger picture, we have a God that does. And he does care for us.